Male followings of Islam force offensive enforcement of Sharia by mass assaults. They are helped by the politics that actively stimulate the Islamization of our continent with mass immigration. A large-scale survey of thousands of young women in Paris has shown that in the neighborhoods of Saint-Denis and Essonne, no less than 100% of all young women in the street or underground have been assaulted by migrants. Because the shocking outcome of the study was initially not believed, it was again overtaken by thousands of other women, with exactly the same results. It is therefore not surprising that more and more Parisian women dress as unattractively as possible, as has been the case in highly Islamized cities such as Stockholm, Malmö, Oslo and Vienna for years. Paris has been known as fashion town for decades, but it is less visible on the street. French women exchange their beautiful clothes, footwear and hairwear for such an unobtrusive and unattractive appearance as they do not want to be assaulted by Muslim men. This happens so often that the media is no longer talking about messages. What happened in German Cologne during the new year 2015-2016 has become a daily practice in the French capital. White women are seen as shot sexually wild, especially in public transport. Fashionably dressed young white women are treated as infected sexual wildlife, like a piece of meat that can be caught and grabbed everywhere. Le Parisien reported in January about a 22-year-old migrant who had cut an extra hole in his pants in the front so that he could easily satisfy himself in the subway while watching female travelers. In a survey of thousands of boys women in the neighborhoods of Saint-Denis and Essonne gave all women the assault of migrants. The outcome was so shocking that it was initially thought it was manipulated. That's why it was overcome among thousands of other women, with exactly the same result. 100% of the young women in these neighborhoods have been assaulted by Muslim immigrants. The Spectator dares to appoint perpetrators: African and Middle East men. Politicians then launched the Stop It's Enough campaign to stop the Islamic assault tsunami in Paris. The result? Until now, zero. In the meanwhile, half of all women in Paris have no more dress on the street, and thus, in accordance with the Parisian and French government, actually for Islamic Sharia law. The London Spectator recently wrote that this development, this Islamization, takes place throughout Europe. Contrary to the largely left-wing politically correct media on the European mainland, the Spectator dared to describe the perpetrators: young men from North Africa and the Middle East. Austrian police do nothing more against assaults by migrants. In increasingly large and now smaller European cities, women are already openly advised not to go to the street after sunset. The police in some Austrian cities have even been ordered to look up the other side if the perpetrators of assaults appear to be African or Asian immigrants. A 27-year-old Austrian woman who was assaulted and reported by an African in a metro station in Vienna last March was sent home by the police again. Numerous white women and girls in Europe have the same experiences. They and their fathers, men and brothers, have been abandoned by politics, and will certainly have their consequences at the time. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.